Benadryl, the pink juice. Here, your pink juice. It's good.
Yeah, what you should do when you have a baby is drink a ton of Benadryl so when they breastfeed, the baby gets knocked out.
There you go. Oh, or just don't have babies.
That's an option.
Yeah. Didn't realize that was an option. Or have babies. Sorry, Freda, I know you want babies. I know. I'm thinking of you.
Boo.
Do you want babies?
Yeah, me and my girlfriend are I mean, eventually, yeah. We should probably fucking do it since we're not that young. You guys should listen to our podcast, The Full Release.
I started to.
It's fun.
I saw when you were trying to get her, when you showed your nipples.
Yeah.
See, so you won't show your back on my podcast, but you'll show your nipples on yours. I see how it is.
Well, it's a little more appropriate to have hair on your nipples than on your back.
Not really.
But I'm face down, so I have no idea what you guys are filming right now.
Everything.
Yeah.
I'm filming your arse right now,
Yeah, I feel
but
like you're filming me, and I feel like they're back there stealing my wallet. There's a lot of great things going on.
Credit cards are good.
Exactly.
We were just talking about buying stuff on Amazon, weren't
yeah. Googling your birthday just to make sure that we can apply for more.
we? Canadian right there.
Yeah, that's that Canadian mind at work.
Uh-huh.
That's why we're so nice.
She was my girlfriend was on Dr. Drew last week. She's a doctor.
Mm-hmm. I want to get her on the podcast, too, if she's willing.
Oh, she could use a massage. Most stressed out person in the world. Doctors are so stressed out.
Uh-huh.
Their lives are fucking, it's just ridiculous.
But I've taken a lot of, biology classes, and I've taken everything up to nursing school, and I was in school for physical therapy, too. So I have a lot of, the scientific background. So, yeah, if she
wants to geek out on
I
it.
do, hardcore. Every once in a while, somebody will ask about, why do I have to drink water after massage? And I'm like, no, I should.
The lymphatic system.
Yeah.
And it's bad. I know it now, and I had no need to know it. There's nothing about my life that makes me need to know that we have a lymphatic system.
What is a lymphatic system?
Lymphatic system is
God.
your, okay, so it goes next to your bloodstream. So they're side by side, and the lymphatic fluid is like a straw-colored fluid. And what it does is your bloodstream will push all the toxins and nastiness into that, and then you have your lymph nodes, which is what filters it out. Ta-da.
Right.
Yeah.
So, okay, so why do you have to drink after massage?
Because I am pushing a lot more toxins out, a lot of your lactic acid and stuff like that. So you have a lot more floating around, and it just helps your lymph nodes filter it out. Where if you don't, the next day you almost have a hangover or flu-like feeling because your body's just trying to filter out everything that's been pushed out of your muscles.
You know, my mom's a massage therapist.
Is she really?
Yeah,
How long has she been doing it?
I think 1,000 years.
That's awesome.
But yeah, growing up, we would do massages and stuff.
Is that why you have naked people? They have naked people in their
Right.
walls?
Yeah, those naked people were me. That's who's on their wall.
Very tasteful.
Yeah. Very
Do you
tasteful.
send one every
This is my
year?
son.
For your birthday every year, you're like, here, Mom, this is me.
Yeah, exactly. Instead of doing notches on the wall to show how much you've grown.
Just your graduation massage photo.
They have a lot of weird hippie, just naked pregnancy photos.
Oh, I love it.
You know, just swollen breasts and giant stomach, just staring sensually at the camera while my dad's over the background like, yes, I did that.
That is my
Jeez.
seed growing inside.
I splooged in there.
Are you an only child?
No, I have an older brother. He
Yeah.
just had a kid, actually.
Aw.
Yeah, I'm an uncle.
You're an uncle.
You ride the line of where it kind of hurts, but I know maybe it's a good thing.
Do you want it to hurt? No, I'm kidding.
No, I mean it definitely does. Do you ever done the walk on the back thing?
No, I would break people. I am a
Yeah.
big girl. I would hurt people.
Maybe Ryan Burvis.
Who?
Ryan Burvis.
No.
He used to work at the Comedy Store with this fucking big bike.
Oh, yeah. I know it.
Who asked me to walk on them last night? Fuck, who was it? I can't remember.
I'm going to say not Mark Maron.
No, it wasn't Mark Maron, but I was at the goddamn Comedy Jam last night, and somebody was like, do you walk on people? I was like, do you not see how fat I am? And they're like, I'm like,
Maybe
yes.
you hold a big thing of balloons while you do it.
make me lighter.
Make it like a
No, 'cause
small
I
version of Up.
I knew a bit about this, but I one time went to one of those Asian massage places, and the woman walked my back, but she also was she was like not like that petite, and it definitely I was like, this is kind of ridiculous.
I make my kids walk
fucking
on
hurt.
my back.
Yeah. What was the first massage you had that wasn't from your mom?
I remember one time, I think I was in like Hungary, or I was doing a class study abroad, and I went, and yeah, you definitely are like, it's kind of erotic, and it is sort of like, damn, this would be a lot better if this was like sex. And you kind of just do that thing where you like sort of like angle your groin around.
I have a suggestion for you.
Oh, I'm so tight.
You're
and my
higher?
shaft-
Higher?
Yeah. You kind of like, without saying that, you kind of like try to like move your body around.
Oh, I've done that. I think every
I've
girl,
done that.
every girl who has had somebody go down on her has done that move where you're just like, your hips just move a different way. You're like, come on. Oh, you were there for a second. God.
I know, because of the clitoris and all that shit, it's like so pinpoint accuracy.
Well, and it runs away too.
I
It's
know.
like,
I know, it's so frustrating as a guy, because you're just like, the fuck? This was just working. And now you're moving my hand like it was working. It's very frustrating.
you just said you were almost there 5 minutes ago.
God.
Can you not read a map?
Dude, hearing that a woman's almost there, that's like hearing that you're in the mix for an audition. It's like, yeah, alright, let's see what happens.
Liar! Like Maury Povich comes out. You said that you were almost there. The lie detector has proven
The
that was a
sun
lie.
has now risen. I'm still doing this with carpal tunnel.
My head is gonna go off.
It's weird. Why do you think the clitoris is up there? Why is it not in the like where the penis would hit? More
Because
naturally.
God doesn't like us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird though. There's got to be some evolutionary reason for that.
Yeah, like maybe women's like legs were bigger, so it like brushed them when they walked. Why is that?
Wait, what?
I don't know where you're going with
In my
it.
head, it makes perfect sense.
Like we're
One thing.
jacking off while we're walking? Is it,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, I don't see how that would help evolutionary wise.
No.
But like, because on our podcast, like we do like sex and medicine shit. One thing that we've talked about is how the clitoris is like anatomically the exact same as a penis.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird. It's like the exact same thing.
Well, just like the ovaries are balls.
Balls, right.
Yeah. Because you guys have outdoor plumbing and we have indoor plumbing.
Yeah, somehow we've convinced ourselves you guys aren't just like the same monkey.
Our boobs are bigger. Well, no, that's not true. Some aren't.
Yeah.
When Emily meows, you know that you.
Yeah.
What does a meow mean?
No, she just.
Yeah.
Oh, you wear your socks.
Well, I wanted to.
Oh, it is like sex.
I wanted to be
Okay.
decent.
You want to be? She's just being a gentleman.
You can take my socks off if you want.
Okay,
though.
thank you.
Yeah. Matter of fact, foot massage, that's like an underrated thing.
I agree. There's a lot of nerve endings
Yeah,
on
feet
the
are
bottom.
great. But it's hard to get someone to give you a foot massage.
Yeah,
Is
you're
it?
killing me.
I feel like no one really wants to do that.
Well, and as a woman, anytime you get a foot massage, within 5 minutes, a dick is inside of you. It's just like,
Yeah, I cannot give a massage without trying to have sex. It's just
Yeah.
impossible.
you're just a normal man. That's all
It's
it is.
impossible. And that's what my girlfriend always says. She was like, if you give me a massage, but it can't lead to sex, I'm like, oh, yeah. There's no way I can start doing it without like, all right, let me just kiss your lower back and see what happens.
You're all challenge accepted.
Right. Basically, you just...
And your dick is like, what are we doing?
Right. And then you're like, you try, but it's just like, this would be so much better for having sex.
Wouldn't you be more relaxed, sweetie?
And every woman that I've massaged, they're like, yeah, my husband tries. And I'm like, and then 5 minutes, there's a dick in you. And she's like, yes! Every woman. I'm like,
You
yeah.
know, it's, yeah, it's fucking weird. You just can't do it. Yeah, and that's funny because sometimes I'll offer to give my girlfriend a massage. She'll be like, because she says she's stressed out. She's like, no. And I'm like, oh, that's weird. I would never turn on a massage. But then I realized, oh, yeah, it's true. She probably just feels like having sex. Fair enough.
How do you relax?
Mostly go on podcasts to get massages.
Cool. So recurring guest. Cool.
Boom.
So I'm never leaving.
You got your phone number.
Cass, we're moving in.
I mostly jerk off, have sex, and I guess occasionally jog at the gym.
But not all
much
at
it.
the same time.
First two I could probably do at the same time. But no, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not good at relaxing. Or I guess I watch TV, but I don't have any like really good hobbies or any.
What kind of TV? Are you true crimes, history buff?
I like watching not true crime, but like violent, actiony kind of TV shows.
Okay.
I got super into this show on Netflix called Suburra. It's like the Sopranos, but it's in Rome.
Nice.
And so it's just people shooting at each other, but it's in Italian, so you feel like it's like smarter.
I love
Sophisticated violence.
Yes, exactly. Violence, there's a flair of culture. But I suck at relaxing.
I think most comics
Yeah, I don't know how to do it.
I don't. Like, I have so many things on my plate. I think because I'm a big girl, I'm like, oh, I get a bigger plate, right? So I can put more shit on it.
It's a buffet.
I feel like you just worked in some material into there.
No,
Like,
I
I
didn't,
feel like
but-
that is a bit you're working on.
It's not.
Yes, it is. Jimmy Schubert fucking did that yesterday. He was talking about a breakup, and he said something like,
Oh.
"Is that true at all?" He's like, "No, I just want to work that." Like, Jesus Christ, dude.
No, normally I warn people before. I'm like, hey, can I try this on you? Because I know Brian Simpson. I've watched it happen where a comic was talking to him and started like doing a bit, and Brian Simpson just turned around and walked away.
He's like, no, man, and just.
Don't do bits on me. I was like, oh shit.
It's that, or it's just people like just coming up to you and telling you an accomplishment they had. Like I was at the comedy show there, and some guy who I don't even like friends with just came to me and was sort of like, "Yeah, man, just booked a big movie." I was like, "I did not ask that." Like you can't just jump in a conversation with that fucking brag. Like,
Yeah, just out of nowhere. Like,
Yeah.
guess what?
Great, good for you.
See, I get the, hey Joy, didn't you just? And I'm like, Except for I got excited when I published my last book. I went up to Josh Adam Myers. I'm like, can I tell you something? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, I just published my 7th book, and then I turned around and walked
Your
away.
7th book?
Yeah.
Jesus
And he's
Christ.
all, Joy, that's really cool. And I was already gone. I'm like,
Yeah.
I just wanted to say it out loud.
Say it out loud
Like
to someone
a
that's
little
not
bit.
Emily.
Wait, so what do you write books about?
Romance,
Wow.
super nerd. Like the nerdiest stuff you can think of, I do.
Wait,
So-
like real romance novels?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I used to ghostwrite. I haven't ghostwritten in a while. So I've ghostwritten like 40 books, but yeah.
No shit.
Yeah,
That's wild.
it's silly. Nope.
But it also makes her not the appropriate friend to ask about stuff because she gives you only dirty answers.
But my books aren't that dirty. It's
Yeah,
just my mind.
how dirty can a romance book be?
Oh,
Fucking dirty.
Okay, now.
Like,
Some
for
of them
the
are
real
bad.
Audience, like, what is the audience? They're like,
Okay. So this is my theory. It could be completely wrong, but I completely believe in it, and I would write a fucking thesis on it. I feel that the Kindle and the iPad were the newest sexual revolution, like this century's sexual revolution, because now you can read something on this innocuous black tablet.
oh, so all these people in like airports who you think are doing like real work will just read about Fabio like plowing some
Yes.
handmaiden or something?
And I've noticed since the first time I published was 2015. Sorry, I didn't mean to use your butt. But 2015, like a lot of the romance novels were pretty tame. And now when I go to author signings, it's like stepbrother plows stepsister, and it's like, it's insane. Like cousins and uncles and
Animals.
my daddy's a bad daddy, and it's insane. And like my books are almost considered young adult because even though they have sex and they don't fade to black, it's not like whips and chains. So
or
a lot of people are
werewolves
like,
or
how much sex is in this? And I'm like, not that much sex, and they like mutually respect each other and love each other, and they're like, no, we don't want that.
They just want to
kissing on the mouth. What's that for?
Yeah. And I did, the very first book I published, it's actually the 8th book. I have 8 books out, but I don't talk about that one, is I wrote a lesbian erotic romance.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's super dirty. It's porn. And that one is the only one I've actually had a publisher contact me about, and they were like, hey, we really want to publish this. And I'm like, that took me a weekend to write. And well, the one that like I put my heart and soul in, they're like, no, we don't want that one.
Wait, you wrote, okay, so why did you write a lesbian? Are you a lesbian?
No, I've actually never kissed a girl.
So, but you just felt like writing a book about
Well, okay, so it was during that time where like male and female were coming out a lot. Like a lot of books were being purchased.
Yeah, like in Japan, the most popular kind of porn is women reading about young male on male romance.
Yes, huge. So my friend and I, she wrote a male, and I was like, well, I don't know what it's like to have a penis, but I know how it's like to have a vagina, so I just doubled the vagina and just wrote this whole lesbian novel. And then I was afraid when I published it, like a lesbian was going to read it and be like, this bitch doesn't know what she's talking about.
That's not how you
Sure.
give head.
It's probably way wrong.
It probably
Because
is.
I watch like lesbian porn, and you can tell when the women aren't gay at all, and like
Yes.
it just looks like I'm sure this is not
Yeah.
what lesbian.
We're like, oh, good. 2 straight girls doing this for guys. Good. I'm so happy we're watching this.
So I actually called my friend and I was like, I don't think I want to publish this because I'm not a lesbian, and what if a lesbian reads it? And she's like, wrong! And she's like, Joy, well, people talk about killing people all the time and have never murdered someone. And like that was the rationality that made me publish that book.
Well, I'm not a lesbian, but I haven't killed anyone either, so
I
they
have
can.
killed people in books. I killed my ex.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true.
3, I made him go through 3 novels. I ruined his family. I put him in the hospital a couple times, and then I just fucking killed him. Yeah.
Did you kill them in like a great way? Did like your fake lesbians come and sit there?
No, he doesn't kill lesbians. No, he killed himself.
He's just
It's
scissored
amazing.
to death.
Scissored to death. What a way
What's
to go.
your what's your writing your pen name?
It's Joy Eileen. It's the same thing I do stand up under.
But the lesbian one.
Oh, the lesbian.
So, can I tell him?
Yeah.
It's under Patty Cake.
So how long does it generally take you to write one of these books?
Not that long. I'm actually a really fast writer. I like I said, that lesbian book I literally did write in a weekend.
I don't even know how that's possible.
I write really fast.
Like, how many pages is that?
The lesbian one's super short, but I can do like okay. Last time I wrote 6,335 words in 3 hours. So
What?
yeah.
And do you just sort of free flow, or do you plan out the story? or how
I
does it-
used to free flow, but then my books were so long that now I break up chapters, so I write an outline for what I want every chapter to have, and then I try and give myself like a word limit on those chapters. Normally I go over, like the last book was only supposed to be 20,000 words and it ended up being 27, so not too far over.
And then how do you distribute these things?
Just Amazon. Well, Amazon and like Nook and iBooks and stuff like that. It's all self-published. I'm nobody really, but
Do you need like a Jewish shirtless model for the photos?
I only have one book where there is a naked torso on it. The other ones are like
And it's yours. No.
Was it taken right now?
Yeah. You're a book cover model now. Ta-da!
Add that to your
Is it Eddie
resume.
Pepitone?
Oh,
But that's his face with his nice, beautiful smile.
pretty blue eyes.
Why do you know Eddie Pepitone's eye color? It scares me.
It's scary.
He checks in at the booth and we look at each other.
He's always squinting when I see him.
He's trying to check out your tits. I don't know. What do you? I don't know what you want me to
Oh
say.
Who's like the sleaziest comic out there that you guys deal with on a daily basis?
Oh,
Put him on blast.
it's not like he's gonna listen. Well.
Thanks for the support on our podcast.
Who is the? No, I'm just saying like. Okay, you don't have to answer that because you won't. But in general, how sleazy are male comedians compared to average males?
45 and under, they're decent. anything above that, they still think the Comedy Store is just
Like the 80s, basically?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
But
yeah. No, it's
but you
like.
let them think that way, so it's.
But I get really great stories out of it if you let them think
I
that.
thought you were gonna say we get really great sex out of
Yeah,
it.
that's what I thought.
No, but like they like. A lot of them are like the opening line is like, "Oh, did you ever hear about when I fucked Mitzi Shore?" And I was like, "No, but you're gonna tell me." So
You can call me Mitzi. No, I'm sorry.
Daft cow. What do you mean?
I feel like there's a story going on there, but I feel like there's some insider information being traded around here.
So much insider information.
Not that inside. So. Never mind. But no, they're a lot of them will try to tell you like their favorite places to have sex in the Comedy Store, and invite you to see it.
Having sex in the Comedy Store.
You catch herpes.
It just sounds.
I mean,
It's kind of gross just to be in most areas of the Comedy Store when you're not having sex.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, why is this sticky?
Because somebody in the 80s and they haven't cleaned it. See, I don't get hit on by any of the comics. They all know I'm married, so I don't deal with
Yeah, and then there's some of them that don't care.
Not for me.
Uh,
Yeah, so it's okay. I did watch Tom Arnold eat a bag of dicks on stage, and that was the best
Jesus,
thing
that
I've
was
ever
so
seen in my
funny.
life.
oh,
Why?
Because nobody was laughing, and like there were like 4 tables, like different tables that I watched whisper to each other, "What the fuck is happening?" And so I got the giggles, but I was the only one. So it kind of started out like the, and then I started laughing really loud to the point where people were looking at me, and then I had to leave. So
it wasn't.
he just, yeah. But I
It made me sad for Roseanne's vagina. Like, I was like, oh, you used to fuck him.
yeah, but that cocaine dick.
Nah. Is that good?
Don't you feel like she got the better end of that deal? I mean, she was like enormous when they used to have sex.
Yeah, he was
was-
probably just.
No, but he,
I
like,
guess they were both pretty fucking fit.
yeah. I don't know. That's the thing where when people, like, guys,
There was no winners.
no, like guys like to be the funniest one in the like whatever relationship or situation most of the time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe it's just because we're around such funny people, like the funniest people in the city, that I don't really want to hear the thoughts of an accountant or, you know, a manager of something. And so when I think about Roseanne having to fuck someone who's not funny, it makes me sad for her.
Maybe.
Or like maybe he just was not the last couple of times I saw him. So
You have to think about the time. This was the 80s. Roseanne was like such a groundbreaker.
yeah.
And so there was
Is that a thing on her weight as well?
No, but I mean, he was
That's what set of the scale.
he was a yes man, and she needed that at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He fed her ego and wasn't too difficult.
But he was funny. Tom Arnold was funny. I
But
don't
he's not an
understand it.
icon.
No,
She's
he-
an icon. There's a difference.
I-
No, for sure. But I mean,
Yeah.
like, he as an actor was always funny in movies.
Individuals.
Yeah.
Oh, like True Lies, he was good.
Sure. I
Sling
agree.
Blade.
I agree.
He was in Sling Blade?
Yeah, it was the gay.
Oh, fuck, he was.
It's kind of a weird part that he did.
Like,
I think he just got.
But who fucking puts mustard on their french fries?
Biscuits.
Biscuits.
That's a great movie.
It's a good movie. It's good, like, wholesome family murder movie.
That's a good mentally retarded murder comedy.
Oh my god. So speaking of mentally retarded, I'm sorry. Fuck. I took my kids to Legoland on Sunday.
Uh-huh.
And first, it was the whitest theme park I've ever been to. I'm rolling you over. I'm flipping you over. Flip over for me. But it was so granola.
Yeah.
I'll scoot down this way. I know I'm making you do all the work.
Great. I'm so glad it's not on camera. It looks incredible.
But it was, all the rides are super slow, and you can tell it's almost like sensory like deprivation for these kids who have. I was calling it Autistic Island.
She
And
was texting me every
I
10
hope you were
minutes.
calling that in front of your children.
Oh, I was.
Perfect.
And like I walked by a kid on the sidewalk, and the sad thing is I'm not making any of this up because I was texting Emily while it was happening. I walked by
Guess what I just saw?
a kid on a sidewalk, and he was laying on the sidewalk throwing a fit. And the mom's all, okay, Grayson, when you feel that you need to stand up and go on, let's do that. And like all these parents are walking around this kid like it's the most normal thing in the world. And I was all, what the fuck is going on? Every black family I passed had the look of regret on their face, like, why the fuck are we here? And then I saw a grown man.
You trying to say black people don't like Legos?
No, it's just
They don't like
That's
white
stereotype.
people trying to parent, apparently.
Yeah, inside the snack shops were gluten-free cookies. I'm not making any of this up. And then I watched a grown man get stuck in a tube slide.
That sounds fun. I mean, that's worth the admission right there.
And I was the only one belly laughing where people were looking at me again like I was the asshole. And he asked the kids to pull his legs out.
Just to pull him through? Did it work?
No, one kid grabbed his foot and the flip-flop fell off and then the kid flew and landed on his ass and that's when I really started
He's like,
laughing.
quick, get some butter from the snack bar. Melt it down the tube.
No, they can't do
There
butter.
isn't. It's only like margarine or something.
It's almond butter. Fuck. Yeah, so that was Legoland.
I once applied for a job there when I was out of high school, and I wanted to be a block. I wanted like a block figure.
Uh-huh.
And after the interview, the guy goes, "Yeah, you don't really have enough theme park experience, but we would love to hire you as a beverage handler."
What?
Which I guess means you fill up sodas.
It's a fancy name.
Beverage handler, eh? All right.
Is that like a sandwich artist?
Yeah, it was exactly a very sandwich artist kind of theme to it.
It was the worst theme park I've ever been to. The rides were so slow.
That's disappointing. I always wanted to go there.
You can go.
Well, you're not giving it a good advertising.
I was riding
This
it.
episode brought to you by Legoland. Thank you for sponsoring us.
And see, the reason we went is my son was in a Lego robotics competition.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What a nerd.
It's super nerd.
What is that? Oh, like, what is that?
They build and program robots to do certain things. I don't know. John and I are. That's the first time I was like, dude, we are super uber white trash. Like, I knew we were white trash.
Well,
but
why is that? That seems like the opposite of white trash.
No, because we had no idea what was going on.
Oh, yeah.
And like all these people started like cheering like they saw something and we're like, what the fuck are they watching that we're not seeing right now?
I get NASCAR, but
Well,
this
it's good.
I
It
don't
sounds
get.
Like the kids are better than you.
Oh, my kids are super
Isn't that
better.
like the goal? of
And they're
parenting?
better at comedy. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's amazing.
So where do you guys live at?
Newhall and Santa Clarita, Magic Mountain.
Oh, yeah.
Magic Mountain.
Magic Mountain. I actually worked at Magic Mountain for 2 days before I worked at Microsoft. It was awful.
That's generally how that goes. If you get a job at Magic Mountain, you eventually end up at Microsoft.
Well, it was a temp job. And the lady's like, okay, Microsoft